we're going to be doing Corrupted Gauntlet as a mid-combat level player. I'm going to go over stats, prayers, Runelite Plugins, and of course how to strategize your prep and how to survive the final boss. For stats, we have 85 range, 87 mage, and low level 70s attack and strength, which are not super useful because we're not going to use this. Hopefully you're not using this for Hunllef. You should definitely stick to range and mage attacks. I didn't start seeing consistent KCs until I brought my range up to 85, and as you can see, I died a lot during that process. In my 53 completions, I've gotten a armor seed and a weapon seed, as well as a ton of alkables. And if you die before you get to the final boss, you get a rotten tomato. So total value 19 mil, pretty good. I completed the regular gauntlet 111 times, and I only got one crystal armor seed during that time. The drops are very different. We have 1 out of 50 for the weapon and armor seed, 1 out of 400 for the enhanced weapon seed, which is a lot better than 1 out of 2000 and 120, 120. So if you're looking to get this enhanced weapon seed, and let's be honest, that's what we're all looking for, you better do Corrupted Gauntlet because this is gonna take a long time. Alright, for prayers we have Augury and not Rigor. That's fine. I use Eagle Eye for ranging, and that's if you don't have Augury, you can absolutely use Mystic Might. That's totally fine. For plugins, we need the Gauntlet and the Gauntlet minimap. The minimap lets us see our resources as well as demi-bosses from the minimap. Very useful, so we don't have to move around the map. We can see them easier. The Gauntlet gives us resource tracking, similar to my item counts here. You can set how much you want. I go for T2. Generally, you don't need to, but your odds of success are much higher with T2. Paddlefish, get as many as you can, and weapon frames, 1 perfected and 1 attuned is fine. We're making a bow and a staff. We don't care about melee. 2 grime leaves, I have 99 prayer, so that totally works for me. You might need more. Adjust accordingly. Alright, I'm gonna assume you have some knowledge of the gauntlet, the mechanics of the boss fight, so I'm not gonna go into excruciating details. But I will go over how to maximize your prep, your inventory, so that you can save as much time and make it to the boss fight prepared. Alright, let's go. Okay, we're gonna do a loop. We're gonna go all the way around. I tried to start on the opposite side of the singing bowl, so when I do loop around, I end up next to it so I can make my attuned weapon. First round, we're gonna get all the resources we can up to our limit. So 2 of these and then 1 from that route, I guess. Awesome. I like to peek into the other rooms just to see what's there, if there's a fishing spot that I can return to later. I generally don't fish in the first round because it's so close to home. I don't mind. I can always return here and grab that fish at the end if I need it. Hopefully this gives us a weapon frame. If not, we're gonna have to continue our search. Yep, okay. Not a big deal. So we can continue searching And we're gonna strategize our search so that we are opposite of Hunllef. So he's over there, our home base is over here, which means that if we continue in the opposite direction, in this case on the west side, then we're going to find the edge, aka demi-bosses. So let's just peek into here. Alright, there is literally nothing there. Let's go here. Yep, I don't want to fight those guys without an attuned weapon. No, thank you. Well, kind of unlucky. We can drop any of the tools that we don't need because we've already gathered resources for them. Perfect. Hopefully this bat has the weapon frame that we're looking for. It's RNG, so it happens. Cool. We can also grab this herb while we're here, and let's return home. Alright. Make 2 of these, drop that, that's for our potions. Attune staff, done, and I guess we have some extra crystals so we can use it and then drop the rest of what we don't need. Okay, resources dropped, 1 more vial, equip this. Let's kill this guy on our way to the edge. Okay, we need 1 more of this. And let's fill up our vials and get the fish from here. And hopefully there's some demi-bosses that we can get our perfected weapon materials from. Nope, not here. We'll continue. Nope, not here, but I will fish and I'll make my potions while I'm running around. Okay, we're at the edge. Bosses never spawn on the edge. Corner, my bad. Finish our potions. There we go. Turn on your prey. For this case, Dark Beast is range. If you see a bear, I suggest you kill it because if you get 2 bears in a row, you will get a crystal spike drop. So you might get the crystal orb or the bowstring that you're looking for. Let's actually get the rest of our inventory with fish. Might as well. Save 1 spot for the orb that we're missing. Very unlucky. Okay, so we're gonna get either a spike or an orb from him since we already have the bowstring. Hopefully we get the orb. Nice. All right, let's get out of here. So Hunllef is praying range, so we'll be able to stay with our staff, which we currently have equipped. No problem. We might need to get more shards. There's enemies in the adjacent room of me. Perfected, basic, attuned, perfected, attuned. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna need some more shards, so let's go get them. Okay. I think that's enough. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna kill this guy just in case. Okay, we're running really low on time, but it's fine. We'll be able to make our T2 armor and we'll have a couple paddlefish, which should be enough. Okay, awesome. Drop everything we don't need. Cool, let's go. Sometimes you will teleport in a corner under Hunllef and he will attack. Be prepared just in case you need to move really quickly. So this is the same deal as the Gauntlet. We're switching prayers and switching weapons based on what Hunllef is praying. You want to save as much time as you're running. Get some attacks in, still switch your prayers, eat if you need to, and drink your pots. All during running, preferably. So Hunllef usually switches his prayers if you time everything just right before he tosses tornadoes at you. So that is the best time to switch your weapons, if you can. Oh god, we got trampled. If you get too low, definitely eat because you don't want to get caught in a tornado or accidentally step on a spot. The floor is lava. So you want to be healthy enough to survive that. Okay, here comes the tornadoes. Cannot be avoided. Okay, we're at the last stretch. Hunllef is almost done. Don't panic. Just continue switching prayers and weapons as usual. And we're done. Not too bad. Let's see what we get. Okay. Yep. Per usual. Well, that's how to complete Corrupted Gauntlet as a newbie player. Practice makes perfect, and I hope you learned something. I hope you get your enhanced crystal weapon seed in a reasonable amount of time. Good luck. Thanks for watching. Bye.